This one here stopped up too. Check it out. Yeah, Trump had good ideas. Biden's not very good. I don't care. I can't understand how people think he's doing a good job. I wish I was president. I do. Just for a little while. Every man does right in his own eyes, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter who's in charge, you're not going to agree with what they're doing. And that quote that I just quoted you comes out of the Bible. Every man does right in his, whatever, you know, no matter who it is, what you're doing is going to seem right in your own eyes, even if it's wrong to other people. Nobody's ever going to agree with what you're saying. 100%. The Bible also says, I take the Bible to heart, I love it. The Bible also says, beware of the man whom everybody speaks well of. And what that's saying is, there's a lot of people out there that hurts their feelings if somebody don't like them, you know. But it's a good thing. You don't want everybody you meet to like you. You don't even want everybody you meet to agree with you. It's a bad thing, because if you don't have anybody that disagrees with you, or anybody that doesn't like you for any reason, you're more or less a pleaser of men. And you're going to please everybody you come to, and that means your character, your self-reliance, your character, your own spirit, I guess. You're not aligning your own spirit with yourself. You align it with everybody else, trying to please them, and that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. People used to come to me and say, so-and-so, because I mentioned that I was kind of a criminal in my past. So-and-so don't like you. They were wanting us to, you know, get at it. So-and-so don't like you. They said this and that. I said, listen, that's all right. It's all right. I don't want everybody to like me. I don't want to have everybody as my friend. Life would be so boring if everybody in the world agreed with everybody else. So anyway, don't agree with everything that everybody else says. Make your own mind up, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. And it's my opinion right now, if Israelis had the right to bear arms just like we do in America, that there wouldn't have been such an easy, Hamas wouldn't have had such an easy time going in and killing all those civilians that were unarmed, didn't have no way to defend themselves. That makes me so angry. I can't believe a place like Israel doesn't let their civilians carry firearms. That's ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, whether you like guns or not, for them or against them, if this country here keeps going, and if the guns ever get out of the hands of the civilians, you got no power left. You got no power. The guns are for hunting, yes. The guns are for self-defense, yes. And that's it. There's only two categories. You got hunting and self-defense. Murderers use the guns to murder people. People needs guns to defend themselves. If America turns into a country with no guns, no firearms in their civilians' hands, then the same thing that happened to Israel can happen to us. You got to see that. You got to believe it. These people that are like the guy in Maine who shot like 18 people, killed, or however many people he killed, that man needs to be punished 100%. They haven't caught him yet. But the reason he murdered those people wasn't because we have the right to bear arms. It's because there's always going to be evil in the world, and if there's no guns, a murderer will murder you. Doesn't matter how he does it. The gun's the easiest way. A murderer that murders with a knife has more evil mentality because he likes to do it up close and personal. Now these murderers that murder with guns instead of knives, or strangulation and all this kind of stuff, they'll take the next step if they have to. The guns just give them an easier way to do it without getting their hands dirty. You guys got to see this. The murderers will be murderers. The good guys will be good guys. If there's no guns at all for the good guys or the murderers, the good guys will have to defend themselves with their fists or a knife or a rock or a club, and it's going to be the same thing. Nothing's going to change. When I was in elementary school, this is going to say something for the time we live in today. When I was in elementary school, we brought our firearms to school as show and tell day. I think we're in the 4th grade or 5th grade. We had 22 rifles and shotguns, and a couple of kids brought handguns. Now, we didn't even check our weapons at the door. We brought them right on in. And I'm trying to think of what grade I was in. It might have been 6th grade. I can't remember. And it even very well could have been 7th grade, but it's been a long time ago now. We brought our weapons in on our backpacks and duffel bags and hung them up on the coat rack. And when it came time to show all of our rifles and stuff to each other, we were happy. I had such a fun time. And nobody was afraid that a grade schooler was going to shoot anybody else with these guns. Now you turn around today where people in schools are getting shot all the time. I just told you a story about there was a time when you could bring firearms to school and it was not a big deal. And now that's a different time. That's a breakdown of the family oriented lifestyle where the mother and father teach the children how to behave and how that you're supposed to conduct yourself. So we broke down. Even my generation has broken down and not taught the kids the right way. So it all falls back to the mother and father. It's not about color or race or anything like that. It's about having a family that cares about each other, a mother and a father, and the mother and the father working together to teach their children what's right and what's wrong. If the mother and father lose sight of what's right and wrong, or the mother and father split up like a lot of people do and get divorces, that just leaves one parent, and one parent's overwhelmed most of the time and can't hardly teach their kids everything. I've seen this firsthand. They do the best they can, but it's not the same as having a mother and a father. Take care of yourselves. Sorry it's such a long video. Praise the Lord. Do something for your neighbors. It's good. For free. Go help them for free. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything. I saw that. I watched one of David Palace's videos this morning, and he says the same thing. I'm not copying him, and I don't think he's copying me. I just think he's got a good idea, and so do I. And it's go help your neighbors for free. Don't charge them nothing. If you don't have any money, do good stuff for people. You don't have to have money to do that. So pretty here in Kentucky. See those mountains in the background there? All right, like and subscribe.